This is Todd Goodwin. I'm here with our continuing Q&A series where I'm answering questions posed by our YouTube viewers in the comments section of the videos. If you find this video helpful, please like or share and subscribe to our channel for more valuable educational videos. And most importantly, if you have follow-on questions or comments or questions about anything, you can just leave it in the comments section and we'll do our best to get back to you at some point, probably with a video. Okay, so someone asked a question. I guess they didn't see our video on this topic, but we have it here on YouTube. What is people pleasing, and what are the potential disadvantages of people pleasing? And also, what are some signs someone might be a people pleaser? You know, how do I know if I am a people pleaser? And what are some tips that I can use to break the people pleasing habit? Okay, so this is a great question and a very common problem. I've recently been working with several clients who have this issue, people-pleasing tendencies, and I've helped people with that and other self-worth related issues for 16 years as a hypnotist. We do have a quick video talking about people-pleasing on our YouTube channel. And there's also another one that's a more extreme version called Messiah Martyr Pattern. You can also find that, so just search in our YouTube channel for those two videos, People Pleasing, Messiah Martyr. So in short, here's what I wrote. In short, people pleasing is when someone placates others in order to gain approval or to avoid conflict or even to feel like a good person. Now, this is not the same as someone who consciously or intentionally gives others what they want for some manipulative purpose. It's not a conscious thing, it's sort of an unconscious thing. And I'm referring in this answer to the subconscious drive to say yes when he or she really means no. But doing so and saying no would be too uncomfortable, so the person says yes. This is usually caused by low self-worth, which is extremely common with a lot of different manifestations. In other words, the people pleaser needs, or they think they need, others to like him or her and not judge them in order to feel good about him or herself. So the person needs other people to like them in order for them to like themselves, basically. Or the person is simply afraid of disagreement or conflict, which could be based in past experiences where conflict, often during childhood, was very upsetting, and so they do whatever they can to not rock the boat. And therefore being agreeable ensures this person can keep the peace. Now, like most subconscious behaviors, including overeating, smoking, phobias, anger outbursts, and so on, they can be very helpful in the short run. A lot of these subconscious reactive tendencies are actually very helpful in the short run, or they would not exist. But they're problematic over time. The disadvantages of people-pleasing are many. One, the disadvantages, first of all, of being a people-pleaser to other people include setting false expectations or enabling other people. The disadvantages to oneself include a further decreasing of self-esteem and self-worth, as well as building resentment towards others for making one say yes. Obviously, no one's making them say yes, but that's a feeling that often builds. And of course, the added stress from excessive workload or self-imposed obligations, as well as the secondary effects of that stress, like poor sleep, unhealthy habits that relieve stress, and so on. So this can get very complicated coming from people-pleasing, where people take on a lot more responsibility than they really want to, but they have trouble saying no and putting their foot down and asserting themselves. Now, crafty, perhaps unethical business leaders, whether they're CEOs, business owners, and so on, can manipulate people who are very agreeable and people-pleasing to do more work by tapping into their insecurities. But that's a separate issue. Now, here are the signs of a people-pleaser. And actually, the people-pleasing video on YouTube has a thumbnail image that I created that has a really good image of what someone who's a people pleaser at work looks like. Now, this is someone who is constantly overwhelmed, especially by doing favors for others, They tend to put others' needs above their own needs. They tend to be overly nice and agreeable, at least publicly. And they tend to be someone who volunteers to take on extra work, or they just don't say no when they're asked. Now, it's typically hard to break this habit in a do-it-yourself kind of way, just like all habits, because they're firmly embedded at the subconscious level. That's why conscious level willpower, positive affirmations, and rational self-talk are very limited in terms of their effectiveness. And that's why I'm still in practice as I have been since 2007, and my wife Gina since 2015. That's because hypnosis and NLP and the other methods that we use are much, much more effective at changing the subconscious beliefs that contribute to excessive self-sacrifice and people-pleasing. And it's really because those underlying beliefs contribute to fear of judgment, fear of conflict, fear of rejection, which then lead to the people-pleasing behavior. Now, giving conscious level advice, which many psychologists with wonderful intentions will readily do, while that sounds nice, it's not very useful in practice, because most people already know what to do, but they can't do what they know because, again, the subconscious sees more benefits than drawbacks for people pleasing, and that's why it stays intact. And by the way, if good advice were that effective, which it's not, very few people would have anxiety, addictions, obesity, or post-traumatic stress disorder. These are all subconscious programs that need to be uprooted, and all of them can be changed. No matter what people have said, all of those issues can be resolved. So check out the video linked at the end of the people-pleasing video, which discusses the Messiah martyr pattern. And like I said before, that's just an extreme version of the people-pleasing that involves self-sacrifice to a level that can be very disabling. So again, if you have questions, I hope you found this useful. Questions, comments, please leave them below. And I wish you luck, or maybe no luck, but skill in terms of dealing with yourself and overcoming this issue. And if we can be of service, please visit goodwinhypnosis.com. We work one-on-one with people to improve self-worth issues all the time. Very common and usually fairly simple to overcome. Have a great day.